Hello, welcome to the first of this series, Welcome Home Humanity, the natural offshoot and development and metamorphosis of Goodbye Psychopaths. This is about us now. This is about, once we've identified the problems in the world, how the heck do we go about changing, well, probably living this life to the best of our ability, and thereby changing how things have been done before. So this introduction is like an overture, like the beginning of a Broadway musical or something. There's usually the orchestra plays a selection of all the tunes that are going to be coming up. So that's what this is, an overture. Look, I would have thought the crux of the matter, the basis of this, is how we must be ourselves, not be me, you being you, basically. Because I think this is the answer to not only surviving but thriving in the years to come. And it's about thinking for yourself. And I think that's already happening, because most of us, if we do watch the media and the news, we're very selective about what we believe. In fact, it's fairly important not to believe anything, but just to gather data so you start to know things. So one of the challenges that's going to be confronting all of us more in the future, and is already confronting us, is the privacy issues of social media. That it's very clear that whatever we do or say or even think is being recorded, and at present used in marketing campaigns. Now the first thing is to don't take any notice of the marketing campaigns. If adverts do come up on social media, as we're talking about social media now, they come through and they're about this and that, I do make a point of marking them as spam and actually saying they're offensive, even though, because I don't want to talk to people who want to value property or sell me some device which I'm not going to use. Am I offended? I'm not offended by them particularly, but I am offended by the whole problem of me being them assuming that I want things which I don't. So rather than harbour that offence, I will deal with it and get rid of it. So that's the other plan, is once we identify some nonsense going on, sort it out, just delete the spam, because that's what it is. So that's what we've got to do with our bodies as well. So it's about being ourselves and thinking of ourselves. It's so important that we're not identified with any political groups or movements necessarily, now in exclusion of other things. And we can play some games there. We can actually put posts that we enjoy but may take opposing views to us. This is like going to a debate and listening to the debate from both sides and then eventually voting on the debate about who gives the better argument. This is terribly important, because as more and more evidence that each one of us is going to be profiled, and the more difficult we can make it for them, the better. Because to be honest, we're all much more complex than their algorithms and artificial intelligence methods will make out. So keep surprising them. And if there are people on Facebook, maybe you could give them the heads up that you're going to be totally truthful, but we're going to give some views that may be a little bit confounding. Always be true to yourself, but I believe that we are complex animals, that we have various points of view. Okay, if we just talk about identity politics, which I'm saying we should get away from, I wouldn't like to feel that I've identified with being right-wing, left-wing, liberal. I don't know, communist, capitalist, or whatever. I think those are insults to people nowadays. To me, the big issue is very much what we're talking about now. It's about us being ourselves and having a certain amount of power to express ourselves. And anything or anybody who blocks that should be given their marching orders, as far as I'm concerned. So we have control, we have a certain degree of things we can and can't say. It should be up to us what we say, and if we're going to be censored, for instance, it should be censored after the event, and maybe that may make us watch what we say. This does appeal to people who don't have hate speech as their primary means of communication, and I believe people watching this, that's not the case. Doesn't mean you don't express yourself with true anger when it's appropriate, but I don't believe that that's going to be a very productive way forward. So just imagine maybe, say for instance there's the whole Trump Hillary Clinton thing, just imagine each one of those came in, knocked on your door, came into your house, sat down and had a cup of tea with you. Would you be offensive to either of them, or would you actually somehow connect and find the good things about them and then express yourself to them? Would you there be not personal but maybe criticize their policies? This is something that doesn't happen a lot. But this is actually what human beings do when they get together. So rather than identify with one and the other, saying one's great, one's awful and crap, just put yourself into that mind frame. This is the Overture's ending scene. It's going to be a lot about doing our personal work. We can see there's going to be a lot of different outside influences on us. Ultimately, I think the protection is going to be within ourselves, going within ourselves. If one believes there's more to us than skin and bones and gristle and muscle and fat, that we have a semblance of a soul, then by identifying that soul, that in itself has some protection. We have a group soul, sure, but we also have individual souls which have an infinite power of creativity. And that is clear, and no amount of artificial intelligence can match that. Artificial intelligence is what it says, artificial, and we can talk about the advantages that brings to us, and it may well be in some ways better than our human memory for certain things, but is it better than our creativity? Is it better? Do they have better sense of humour? Do they play electric guitar better? I doubt it. So the other thing is humour. We've got to learn to laugh at ourselves, and we can, I think, cut through a lot of diversity by sharing a sense of humour and just smiling. And we'll do more than that, but that probably sets the scene. This is the Overture. I hope you join me. Please do join me. Press the bell down here, or down there. I can't remember which one it is. Because the bell will tell you when the next video is coming up. And please contribute and talk to me about this, because I'm relying on your feedback, and your feedback will guide me. In other words, you will guide me. And I'll just spout forth, and I'll enjoy it. You probably picked up that I'm a bit happier talking about this stuff now. This doesn't mean don't look at all the other Goodbye Psychopath videos. I've tried to put a spin that isn't too negative, saying there are more of us than them. Yeah, so welcome everybody, welcome home humanity, God bless, and in a few days I'll do another one, and hopefully with your feedback. So whippy, cheerio, and thank you as ever. Bye.